Sinbad, gay, roving vagabond of the Arabian Nights, the glorious braggart who made his tallest tales come true. Sinbad, who outwitted an army to invade the sacred baths of the harem beauties, drawn by the smoldering challenge of the girl called Shireen, the jewel of Persia. Shireen, beautiful and dangerous, who had flame in her hair, in her eyes, in her arms.
If I put you on the scales, measured delicately against the price I paid for this ship, would you go up or down?
Take her from my sight. Let her go when it pleases you to the richest bidder in Diaboo Street of the lepers.
It's the blood feud that set the East ablaze as this daredevil defies a sultan's decree of death. Adventures that beggar description, schemes that defy comparison as Sinbad faces the avenging galleys of the Corsair pirates, closing in a mighty sea battle for the loveliest prize in Araby.
And you can help me keep an eye on this crew. Any man that signals the dromon as a fisher's dinner.
Or any woman.
Let her be doubly watched. So you brought the dromon to us. Sinbad.
Release us from these chains. Give us 2 of your fastest horses, a liberal supply of gold, and we'll recapture the secret of Greek fire.
And you shall be the second man in the kingdom, if you succeed.
There is.
Sinbad, hasten back.
She does not enter into the bargain.
Never so much action and adventure, beauty and color revealed in one motion picture. The daring feats, the rousing romances of the rogue who lives for excitement and the love of beautiful women.
Here is the Columbia Pictures star, Katharine Grant, as she appears in the 7th voyage of Sinbad.
You know, a girl has to be awfully careful where she goes and what she does these days, because she can wind up in the most unexpected places. For instance, inside a magic lamp.
Welcome, Princess Parissa.
I want to tell you about one of the most unusual, most spectacular motion pictures ever made. Shot in Moorish Spain. Truly an Arabian Nights setting for the most dazzling of all the Arabian Nights adventures. The 7th Voyage of Sinbad. In settings like these, the cameras have created breathless spectacles. Let me show you what happens when Sinbad, the most celebrated adventurer of all times, takes his most thrilling voyage. Here he is as he comes eye to eye with the Cyclops.
Parissa.
Sinbad, here I am, here on the pillow.
10,000 devils. What evil sorcery is this?
Every time I see scenes from the 7th Voyage of Sinbad, I keep wondering, how did they do it? How did they create the very creatures described in the tales of the Arabian Nights? They explained to me that it's done through a new movie-making process called dynamation. But please don't ask me what it is. All I do is sit back and enjoy it. Let's sit back now and watch some more Dynamation magic.
Look out!
Kill him.
By this time, you've seen a lot of Sinbad, played by a very handsome young actor named Kerwin Matthews. As dashing a swashbuckler as you've seen around since Douglas Fairbanks Sr. He's strong enough to carry me with just one finger.
It is stuck. I cannot move it.
You must try, Princess. It's our only hope.
But don't think I play all my scenes with Kerwin this way. Some of the time, I'm a real big girl.
For another such kiss, I'd invent a whole continent.
Oh, there's more, much more in the 7th voyage of Sinbad. There are sights you never saw before, or even dreamed of.
You have just seen a special preview of the new miracle process, Dynamation, which will be introduced to the screen in Columbia Pictures' The 7th Voyage of Sinbad, starring Kerwin Matthews and Catherine Grant, co-starring Richard Eyre as the Genie of the Magic Lamp, with Torrin Thatcher. In Technicolor, The 7th Voyage of Sinbad is the 8th wonder of the screen.
The sorcerer hurls a thunderbolt from the black magic of his bubbling cauldron. His evil genius holds you spellbound in the fantastic adventures of Captain Sinbad, a beautiful girl bewitched. Legions of warriors transformed into giant birds attacking a ship at sea. And unafraid, Captain Sinbad defies the mysteries of the occult. Fighting an unseen monster in the arena of terror, Guy Williams is Sinbad, challenging the mad dictator who holds the woman he loves in his fiendish power. Captain Sinbad, entertainment magic, thundering action, awesome spectacle. Captain Sinbad in wonderscope and dazzling color.
See the sorcerer of the black arts, the gold helmet faceless vizier, the death fight of the centaur on the griffin, the six-armed goddess of evil. The flying homunculus. The savage siren on a rampage. The duel with the vanishing sorcerer. The one-eyed centaur. The oracle of all knowledge. The fountain of destiny.
These eyes peer out through time, through space, to a land beyond imagination. These are the eyes of the tiger. Follow their gaze back to where legends first began, where fantasy is real and the land of the lost is rediscovered. Journey across the oceans of antiquity to the northern edge of the ancient world. As Sinbad battles with both human
From the depths of the earth, I command you, arise!
And supernatural evil.
Destroy them! Kill Sinbad!
Bewitched him. Let me get the smile from her face.
Filmed in the miracle of Dinorama. Starring Patrick Wayne, Taryn Power, Jane Seymour. From producers Charles H. Schneer and Ray Harryhausen. Come face to face with the prehistoric Trog. See the sorceress bring life to the all-powerful Minotaur.
Eat with the power as only I command you.
See Sinbad battle the saber-toothed tiger, guardian of the secret shrine. Join Sinbad, the greatest of all adventurers, in his biggest adventure of all. Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger.
Mighty Lou Ferrigno brings to life the amazing adventures of Sinbad. Sinbad faces epic perils and mighty armies in his quest to save the beautiful princess from the clutches of an evil sorcerer.
Grant me the power to crush him.
Magical monsters and mighty warriors. Sinbad's fantastic journey, a story beyond the imagination. From the famed tale of the Arabian Nights, Lou Ferrigno. A heroic adventure for the whole family. Sinbad of the Seven Seas.